Okay, well, welcome back to episode 3. We're going to continue on to our Final Fantasy. We actually, I make progress this time, proceed through the story a little bit more, stop the grinding. I can't remember whether I buy stuff before or after the 7th Heaven stuff, so we'll see. Which is kind of interesting that the bar name isn't the name on the bar. I've always noticed that. It's always bothered me.
Yeah, it doesn't even say Seventh Heaven. It's like a 4-letter word you can't read.
It's like tiger is what I'm getting out of it. Okay, So I had to figure out whether this dialogue, so I pause again here. I really should have this stuff ready, but I don't. And this conversation doesn't matter.
Well, it's a true walkthrough. I mean, you're actually playing the game and having to stop and look at your FAQs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I left my cursor, so there we go.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. It's Deathclutch again. Sorry if I sound kind of foggy. My allergies are killing me today, but I'm back again.
Oh, yeah, and I'm Chi.
Yeah, that's the Chi man there.
Okay. So I did go straight into the bar, and I kind of go past a lot of this dialogue. When she goes behind the bar, you can actually walk up to it.
And
okay,
buy a drink.
this one does matter. I say that I argued with Barrett, so I lost Tifa points.
Yeah, and I said that I didn't. Sorry, I'm playing my own walkthrough as well as Chi Man here, so I could keep up with what he's doing. But I picked the opposite response, which was I tried not to fight with Barrett.
Right. So you actually gain points with Tifa.
Yeah.
Now here soon she's gonna go behind the bar. You can gain points with Tifa if you go up and get a hard drink. But I just skip that altogether. Same way with if you're trying to date Tifa or Barrett, it's a good idea to buy a flower off of Ares at that first scene, so that you can give it to Marlene for Barrett or Tifa for Tifa. So I actually find this part boring, personally, but I've done it a million times. So
We're just gonna talk through it anyway. You could read the text as it goes.
yeah, this is not a run to get a good feel for story, because I'm literally tapping the button as fast as I can to just get through this stuff.
The story is really good, but at the same time, if you've played it before, there's no point in reading it multiple times over. So
Yeah.
And this is also a late night session.
If you hear me yawning, that's why. Okay, so there's no major choices I have to make or anything for a little bit. Here soon, Barrett is... Okay, I got stuck in a loop there. My wife was talking to me, and I was just tapping the button to go through the dialogue, and I forgot about the little part where you have to move away. So that's why I said shucks a million times.
Yeah, I was going to ask what that was about.
Yeah, it wasn't for anything in particular. But the next morning, and knows how he kind of like moved to the left on it. He's still doing it. I always thought that was cool. So after I agree and I go through one of the worst cutscenes of the game, there's going to be talk about materia. And I do a lot of stuff with materia, and I kind of explain it as I buy it and stuff. I actually don't follow the FAQ as far as who gets what and all that. I have kind of my own method.
Yeah, I set up my own as well.
Right. But Barrett asks if you can give him a tutorial. And you would think that would have some sort of impact, and it doesn't. So you can just say no and say screw it. If you go through the tutorial, all he does is go, oh shit, well that was complicated, so I don't want to do it, you do it. And if you don't do it, he just says, well, fuck you too, and I guess you can handle it. If you notice, their eyes are a lot
more detailed.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because the eyes are so like detailed, and then everything else is all blocky and shit.
For those of you new to Final Fantasy VII, materia is their version of magic. You actually equip it towards your items such as armor or weapons. And for each materia that you get, you could also find combinations within them. Like if you equip Cure and all materia into a slotted weapon, you could cure your entire party and so on.
To explain a little bit more, each armor has a specific slot diagram, and you have individual slots and then ones that are linked together, and that's what Deathclutch was talking about. And if they're linked together, then you can put two together to make interesting effects for stuff. You can make boosters, you can make materia that fires all. Now, the all materia has to, or materia, or again, I don't give a fuck, has levels, and you gain AP for every battle you're in, which is another reason I fight and finish the battles, and that levels up your materia, just the ones you have equipped. Now, that gets you your levels, so you go from Thunder, Thundara, and
Thundaga, yeah.
Thundaga. But the same way with the all. See, at level 1, you can only use the all function once. So you can only fire against all the enemies on screen one time. When you level it up, it's twice. Level it up again, and you got 3 times. So that's the advantage to leveling it up.
They also have a form of materia that you could actually equip it to a weapon that gives it a certain buff, such as if you strike somebody with a poison materia, it will poison the enemy for a short amount of time.
On top of that, various elements will hook onto either your weapon or your armor, depending on what you do, and it will give either a defense to that element or a plus to your attack for that element because it's on your weapon. And it also changes all your stats.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned it before, but there's actually secret stats to everything. So you have the ones they show, which is generally like strength and like the real hard hitters, but then you have all these like invisible stats.
Little passive stats, if
yeah.
you will.
I mean, there's stuff like luck and all that bullshit in this.
Yeah.
But it's not really...
There's also the all-powerful red materia, which gives you the casting of creatures for ultimate attacks, almost, if you will. As most Final Fantasy games have, the creatures that you can summon to help you.
Oh, yeah, the summoning ones.
Materia.
My personal favorites are the enemy skills, personally. I like the enemy skill powers.
I used to like the passive type materia until I got Knights of the Round for the first time. And I was like, Knights of the Round all the time.
Yeah. I like, I don't know what he's called in this game, but it's like Odin.
Yeah, Odin. Yeah.
Is it Odin?
Yeah.
Because I know in 8, Odin was like a random chance to kill everybody on screen, which was really cool.
Yeah, Thor was the actual one in 8, and then you had a chance to hit Odin on an off shot.
No, it was just straight Odin.
There's possibility.
If you can't tell, I know 8 better than 7. One of my goals while playing this was to learn 7 a little bit more, because it seems to be the favorite among fans. So
yeah, as you can see Chi doing here, these are the slots that we were talking about. You have single slots and the 2 slots that are connected together. That's what we were speaking of earlier.
Okay, so here starts actual things. So I go in here and I'm going to, I believe, talk to the kid first. Now, when you talk to this kid, you want to do 10 gil. You want to give him 10 gil. And that will allow you to rest up. So it's a cheap way, instead of buying potions. 10 gil for an inn isn't too bad. So you just climb through here. Now I went in here. You don't have to go through the tutorials, which is what all this is. You can just grab the all materia, which is super important this early in the game. And then this chest. And because I couldn't skip the dialogue, I just kept... And it's a little bug where the chest keeps opening. So you go up to the 3rd floor and you can rest. So... you don't have to, you can skip that. But then I go down, I buy some stuff, then I go to the materia vendor. I think. No, I have to wait until morning. I think I try and it's closed. I always forget that. But it's not a speed run, so I don't care.
And that's not bad on that 2nd floor that he went to, because he gained the all materia plus an ether, which...
750 gil?
Yeah, 750 gil, or restores your MP completely, so...
I actually wish you could jump down all ladders, but that's the only one. This shopkeeper is actually quite tricky because of that kid. There we go. Okay, so it doesn't cost that much, but I needed to have the extra money. So I bought 3. I was gonna buy some grenades. I only bought 1 because they're really only good against like a couple bosses, and by then I've grinded so much, you know.
The iron bangles are the most important part.
Yeah, mainly for the materia slots.
Yeah.
Oh, so I did get in here. So I'm gonna buy some potions, some Phoenix Downs, and I'm gonna buy the fires for the sewer fight.
Oh wow, fire, ice, lightning, restore, those are all great materia.
They're standard. Every materia shop has those 4, and then extras.
1,500.
Yeah, it's nice. I need some extra because I needed to buy a couple antidotes because most of the sewer enemies cause poison.
Yeah, poison damage.
And I was highly debating that, and then I realized I didn't have enough money. I was going to get another restore to have another person for cure, but I got enough potions to get me through. I really don't use cure items that much, but I like to be prepared.
Well, technically, in the beginning, you don't really need that many. You know, just equip one member of your party with each type of material.
I would say the Reno fight is really the only one that's semi-difficult this stage in the game. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken,
we're going to climb the tower, I believe. Sorry.
No, we're not doing the tower yet. We have to go to the second reactor.
Oh.
Yeah, I was debating whether or not to save. And I believe I keep... Okay, good. I keep going. I couldn't remember whether this was where I paused. So we're actually going to go to the reactor. So again, some important things are coming up. There's some dialogue, but the alarms go off, right? And the idea of it is that you have like 15 seconds to climb to the front of the train, and you want to get all the way to the front. Well, I don't want to get all the way to the front due to items and stuff.
Yeah, so, because you could question the passengers in each car to gain. Some will give items.
Well, it's that, and I need to get as far back in the sewers as possible to pick up an item. So if I go all the way forward, I lose that opportunity forever. So I can't get my spider webs and stuff if I do that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I purposely get caught by do it after I've gotten all the items on the train. And here's Barrett being against the Shinra employees. I guess pointing his gun? I don't know.
Either he folded his arms or pointed his arm. I'm not sure what that was.
I must say, it would be highly inconvenient to have a gun for an arm.
What if you had to use the restroom?
I always love these swinging. I don't know why. I always love those little ropes swinging. But, you know, there wasn't a lot of animation stuff. And that was so, good looking.
And they add these little subtle nuances throughout the game.
Ugh. Speaking of nuances, I'm dreading the Fort Condor crap. I hate the Fort Condor.
The toy soldier fight.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy once you do the really, really super cheap strategy that I've figured out with the help of some FAQs. Okay, I just double check. I kind of switch. I had it set up for... Oh, and I need to equip the iron bangles. There it is. Okay. But I kind of messed up how I did that, so I had to redo the materia, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. I had it set up for the boss fight and not for all the fights up to the boss, so I had to switch it, and then when I get close to the fight, you'll see me switch it back. Boo. Purple. Why'd they choose purple? I still am mystified by that.
Oh, while this is going on, we'd like to thank those of you that's actually come to visit and watch these Final Fantasy VII runs. Please feel free to leave us any comments if there's anything that we could do better, or if you'd like for us to explain a little better for you. Go ahead and leave a comment, and we'll work with you as much as possible.
Okay, real quick. So if you go talk to that bum, he gives you a Phoenix down. And then you come into the next screen, and if you talk to this guy in the bottom left, this black dude with shades, he gives you a high potion, which is your first high potion of the game. I'm going to be trying to get all these things, but, I mean, it's 100% run, but if I forget some, I mean, I forget it. If I can go back and get it, I will, but, you know, it's going to happen. So I purposely got caught there. That was my cutoff. Yeah. So on that note of thanking, thank you Square Enix for not taking my video down for having the trailer.
Thank you Square.
I just took off the monetization or whatever. I took off the ads and stuff off of it. And on that same note, I do, and I'm not just saying this, I do recommend buying this PC version, even if you own it on like Virtual Console or anything like that, because this version is definitely better, in my opinion.
Yes, it's well worth it by all means.
And even if you get freaked out by the stupid music being slightly different, which is hard to tell in most cases.
I actually like it.
Somebody has made a mod that you can just quickly install in it that puts all the old music back.
Yeah, I like the upgrades to it. It's it's a little different. And
by the way, I was going to speed this up, but it's like 5 minutes, so fuck it.
This is what everybody's here for anyway.
Yeah. These are the guys right here. Oh, I just noticed. Look, the resolution cuts that off.
That's weird.
That sucks. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, well, all the videos past episode 4 should be fixed.
Yeah, we'll work on that, guys.
No big deal. So anyway, these are the guys that I need to kill. And they give spider webs. The problem is it's a 5% chance for them. It's like a 4.9% chance for them to drop it. Now that does stack. So each one has that, but it's still a 4.9% chance that I'll get it, so.
Yeah. And it might seem like a silly item to want to stick around for the drop, but it's well worth it later in the game.
Yeah. Mainly for just one fight, but it's also so, sometimes I do stuff like this so that I don't have to worry about it later. I can just pick up a spiderweb now, and if I don't use it, whatever, but I always have spiderweb now.
Well, this is also 100% run, so we are trying to get what we can.
Yeah. Hopefully this kind of stuff is why you're here.
Those classic red pixels flying away.
An interesting little fact about the magic is the animation of the magic is actually in sync to when it actually hits them. They actually have, for lack of a better phrase, a hitbox, and that lightning's coming down and hitting it, and that's causing the damage. Ah, damn it. Yeah. So, for instance, when you do the lightning magic, each lightning comes down and that kills them, and you can even hear the sound effect of like that.
Yeah.
Where when you do a fire magic, it hits all at the same time and they just go because they're being hit at the same time. I don't know, it's just one of those things that you pick up when you grind for hours.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not mistaken with Final Fantasy VII, wasn't there a possibility to double down on damage at like a certain point when you swing your weapon?
Oh no, that was 8.
That was 8.
That was 8. It was called the trigger effect. It's because they had a gun blade. Now, which didn't make sense because you could do it with every person.
I thought there was an instance on this game as well. I might be wrong though.
No, everything on this runs through percentages and hit die.
Oh. Nice.
So everything's RNG, as they call it in the scene, random number generation.
Bear with me, guys. I'm really sick today. I'm kind of out there.
It's all good. Okay, so according to my time clock, I think we have about 1 more minute of grinding.
No, that's not bad.
No, it was pretty quick. I just needed 2 spider webs. That's all I was going for was 2. So I could use one and keep one. Well, I'm pretty sure I can buy them later, so I didn't worry about it too much. But I did want them right now. Now, this is one thing that pisses me off, though, is that I back attack them, and they still got their attacks off before I could.
Yeah, that always seemed to be a problem with Final Fantasy VII.
I'm going to fix it in future videos, but I have actually found out that it's quicker to use wait mode than active.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a couple frames during their fighting animation that you can hit the button to attack faster. And so I'm going to practice that a little bit and show it off, I think.
I think it's, I know you can charge up your time meter quicker as well.
Yeah.
You're waiting there.
So I am getting lucky in getting these guys instead of the rocket launcher douchebags. Man, that pisses me off that cut that off. I'm sorry, everybody. That was sloppy on my part, but I'm not going to re-record it.
Yeah.
Still good quality and frame rate and stuff, so shouldn't be too bad.
It runs smoothly.
Yeah. It's actually a little weird because as you watch it, everything's super smooth and nice and classy.
It reminds me of playing it.
When you're playing it with the record setup, you're not running at full frames, so you get like a little stutter every now and again, like every 2-3 seconds.
You can't tell the recording is really smooth.
Right, no, it's just when you're playing. You can feel it when you're playing. Luckily, this isn't a Twitch game, so I don't care.
And we're trying to find that group of spiders again. Where are we?
Yeah. There it is. I believe this was the group that I got it off of. And that was a stupid move. I should have just lightning. I think I was watching TV and just holding the button.
Yeah, it's okay. It's one of those games that you don't have to put your full attention into during the fight scenes.
Yeah, honestly, like now I can go through the game, no FAQ, whatever, and I don't lose a fight really, unless I'm way under leveled. But I fight everything. I don't think I use the run buttons except for to
turn during the back attack.
Oh, good God, that's nasty.
Mountain Dew Kickstart. Do not buy that.
Good Jesus.
Whoops. Sorry, Mountain Dew.
It's like fruit punch that was filtered through an ass.
Well, there's our one spider web drop.
Oh, and actually, now, I think I try for 2, and I just give up and go on.
I don't blame you.
It's just the first thing they do is cast slow on everybody. And it's immediate. I mean, as soon as you enter the fight.
There's no way around it.
But I'm getting some XPs. I do like that the sword, the Buster Sword, shows off the... I don't have the Buster Sword too much longer, so... but the Buster Sword shows off the materia slots. It's the only weapon in the game that does that.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with it is they're these little spears of life energy from the planet. And they're engineered in a way that all weapons most weapons are designed with slots where you enter these, and that's how you can use them with your weapon. But the Buster Sword is the only one that shows that.
I think it's the only one that was big enough in the art to show off the slots. That is 1997, original game, so... It's still trying for those spider webs.
Still trying. I'm sorry, guys, but this is part of it. I can always do a Let's Play of freaking Die Hard Trilogy for PlayStation if you want action.
Wow.
There's no way I am not doing a Let's Play of Die Hard Trilogy on PlayStation.
Yes, please don't ask for that.
On that note, I am thinking about doing a Let's Play of Papers, Please.
I'm interested to see Let's Play that.
Yeah.
So. And while we're doing this last grind session for the spider webs, I was going to ask everybody out there that watches the channel if they would like me, Deathclutch, to do a segment on free-to-play games, not just PvP-oriented ones, but full-length free-to-play games. If you're interested in seeing these, just leave a comment below, and I'll get on it. I'm actually working on one for Cry of Fear. So if you're interested in seeing it, just let us know.
And you will find while watching that me and my brother here have vastly different views. Yet somehow we get along with games. It's weird. Like that Cry of Fear game. I didn't care for it. You really liked it though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm still playing through it.
Yeah. And I play bullshit like oh, you just go inside right here. I clicked the wrong button. But I play bullshit like Euro Truck Simulator 2013. So
Flight Simulator.
Hey, I can't help it. I like my Sims.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bear is a little scared of the shaft because he's well, a fat ass. So
all guys should be afraid of the shaft.
Here's easy money right here. Boop. Every time I see that, you can just replace the text with 750 gil. Well, actually, a little bit later in the game, once I reach about disc 2, the whole money thing no longer, like, I don't sell anymore because I don't really need to. Oh, and apparently that was it. That kind of came up sudden.
We'll see you again for episode 4.
Alright, later, guys.